love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my grown extended beautiful family, as always, thank you for the love and support. It is truly, truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. And also, if you feel like the videos give good vibes that you would love to share with your loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath, there are going through some heavy times and just needing spiritual guidance, confirmation, validation towards life path, or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. While you're at it, give it a thumbs up, like, and also share on the social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It's truly appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And today my video is about Twin Flame 101, Heyokas, that pain you turn into power, and your fuel, your fear you turn into fuel for ultimate ascension. That is so, so true. I remember I saw a post. It was like, oh, the queen, made your pain turn into power. And that's a beautiful situation. A lot of time things are placed on us that creates better, that creates weight of fierceness and power. A lot of times, certain things will come into our lives that was sent to destroy, ends up taking you to your deliverance. And you find out a lot about yourself through those painful moments. You really do. It's just like, if I would have people that I've known for a long time and they see me now and I'm like, girl, what the heck happened to you? Life, truth. Stepping out the matrix, allowing myself to, step away from the illusions, and a lot of times, it's just a fact, in the world, you deal with a lot of different things. And I tell people when God feels like it's your turn to wake up, that's when it'll feel like all hell's breaking loose in your life. Cause it's like when you're ascending, there's something else ascending. So it's like everything has a balance, shadow, light, dark, light, evil, highly good, different things like that. So you always have a connection with certain things that wants you to second guess everything that God is showing you, everything that he's leading you towards. He wants you to doubt your worth, doubt your power, doubt the beast that you have within yourself that you are getting reacquainted with, because you're going, every time you stop and you start back up, that, universe is always showing you, keep showing up for yourself until you get all the way acquainted to that one that you forgot all about. And that's where, things getting caught up in. It's like, there's a lot of times where certain things will take place and it will feel like straight deja vu. Like, why do I feel like I've done this before? Or, some kind of outcomes. It gives you some kind of peace because you already know it's going to come out way better than you expected. On certain things, you got spiritual chills saying that mess. But it creates something within you that was always there and you had to find it. There's times where I didn't have courage in myself. I didn't have that many people around me at that time, that really gave me that support. It was very dry. Or if there were certain things that I always used to go out my way to make, certain family members, I try not to call them certain family members now, but it was a blessing in disguise for me. I don't see them as family, but it was something that was placed in my life for me to recognize my own self within my own work. And it's not saying that is being, placing a narrative on them, but there was, even though that evilness was something very good that placed in my life that really helped me discover the truth of me. There's a lot of different things that's taking place in our life, and I'm not gonna lie, situation, it had me calling them everything except the father, the name that the mama gave them, and the child of God. But now it comes to that point where I'm in that life where I have to be able to release that. You know what they are to you, they know what they are to you, who you are to them. And there comes a time where you have to be able to allow yourself to heal and see everything that was sent to break you, harm you in every way. But God made sure you were protected while you grew, while you allowed yourself to, even when you had to walk alone, You are protected in every way that see fit. If anything came in connection with you that disturbed your peace, it was something to help you grow in that way. And I mean, it takes me a long time for me to be able to see that. Because, when I get in my feelings, and it's allowing me to know where my triggers still are. And I have to be honest, like, okay, if I'm allowing this to piss me off, it's something within myself is showing me where I need to heal from. Allowing myself to release the pain that other people keep putting on me. Allowing myself to not define those situations of being my truth, but then there's, you're allowing yourself to face a lot of things that you allowed yourself to hold accountable for that wasn't even a part of you to be accountable for in the first place. You only can be accountable for what you have, what you have said. And I seen this post the other day, and it's like, I'll apologize on how I said it, but I'm not going to apologize for what I said, because I meant that issue, wholeheartedly. I did. I'm not responsible on how you felt about that, because I try to use vibes of discernment, being mindful, on certain things, because I know if I say something, I can't take that back. I want to play something out to the world that I'm only feeling temporarily. And sometimes if I know I already know it's like, no, they ain't temporary. I really meant that. That's why I'm like, no, I'm not going to allow nobody to practice and get out my character. I'll say something and I'll mean it, and then going about my business. Now, somebody else want to keep carrying on with that, I'm going to let you do you, but I'm going to say my piece, speak my truth, and just keep going. But those are the things, you start finding your power within the pain that you are always that's being projected on you from others. Even the pain that you project on yourself is showing you where that healing needs to take place at. Wherever still disturbs your peace, it's allowing you to, pinpoint where, that shouldn't even be bothering you no more. How certain people are, there are going to be people that swear up and down, they don't know what you're talking about. They do. No matter what they do, they do. Trust me, they do. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, you do. That's why you did it. There's a part of you that people envy a lot out of. Your haters is your best. That's your best fans. They're your fans in denial. They think you're great. They really do. That's why they mess with you so much. That's why they poke with you. They do everything to disturb you, to place harm in your way, to show other people how they can just do stuff like that. And it gives you that chance to really, reevaluate yourselves in different ways. I know it can be very aggravating, especially, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. So there's a lot of times our emotions get in the way, our pride can get in the way, our anger can make us do things that we'll later regret. But those are those times regret. Later, you get through that time where you're allowing yourself to say, yeah, that was my weak point yesterday, but I'm allowing myself to work on that, release that, so it won't be on my vibe of being weak, for the next day. You're always working on yourself to become a better person. And that's where that power comes from, because it's showing you, when I think about different things that I go through on a daily basis, and it's just like, I wouldn't do things like this, but you have to understand that's your greatest blessing as well as your greatest weapon. No matter what people do, I've seen people pull a little creepy stuff and it would be like a single black female type situation that I had, where people want to mimic certain things that I do. And it's just, there's some kind of way that person wants to embody you, but they can't, no matter how they, even I connect with people on here like, Ross, I could be doing something, I could tell somebody about this certain thing that I want to do, and they end up stealing my idea because they see you're great. Anytime somebody can benefit off of your greatness, they will never tell you you're great. I was like, I had to get that from Kevin Gates. I was like, dang, that's true. Because there's a lot of times when people know they can benefit off of you, they will not tell you the truth off of things when they know they can manipulate that vibe of getting something from you to make themselves be great. But they feel like they can't get that greatness and embody it from themselves. They get it from other people. That automatic. It don't take work for people to pay attention to what you say. And a lot of times, it's like, why do you do that? And it's just like, are you able to talk to people the way you do? Just be me. I'm being me, being who I am. I try not to force myself to be in something like that. I'm not trying to be, oh, look at me, I need some attention and all this stuff. It's just me speaking my mind, and, you go through a lot of those different things where, your pain is giving you that power of change. Like when where your trigger vibes are at, you already got that up front. A lot of times when some people do things to make you mad, And, it's just like, sometimes it's good for you not to say things, or, when you're trying to show people like, hey, don't do that, stop doing different things like that. I have to remind myself a lot of times when people go out their way to up under your nerve, this is how they feel themselves, of making them feel powerful. But that's the most weakest thing you can possibly do to a person, because you're not getting it by empowering somebody. You're doing that to knock them down. And it's just like, you can take it how it is, but I think that's the most weakest thing a person could ever do to another person. I've had that constantly done. I still be, still people, I still have to deal with that at times. And I'm just like, can you get a new agenda? Can you please just get a new agenda? Go heal yourself, go, face your fears and stop projecting on people. But I had to feel that a lot, where people's like, what is it? Your self-esteem was like a sidewalk to a curb. You already know that's not a lot. That's not a lot. And it's just, I remember how I used to be. If I didn't like somebody, I just go straight out and say it. And, that's a Heyoka charm. We do that. I had no filter. And there's times I still have no filter from the things that I do, but I try to be real mindful of it. But it shows you, a lot of things that you're seeing where your enemy of your mess is. There are certain things when you're on that next level, God will show you different people that need to be out your life. You'll start feeling different vibes about that person. It shifts. And I tell people real quick, if you know my background, you already know it don't take much for me to exit you out my life. If God tells me, hey, that person, they done had their connection with you, now it's time to vibe off, because he know different moves that were made that you weren't aware of. There's different things that have been discussed over you while you weren't present. They know they're doing that for a reason. Don't ever ask God, why are you wanting me out that life? You better move when he tell you to move, just like that. You need to be able to do that, because it's like different things is coming into your life. And it will show you where people need to disconnect from. If it's something that's meant, it's going to be that time where you need to have everything to access definitely just for you. You don't need to have all these distractions by you. Or there are certain people that are going to be in your life who's going to make sure, either if they're not trying to benefit off of your blessings, they're going to make sure that that you don't get it. When people don't have nothing in their life for them to earn, work for, and protect, they will do anything in their power. If they can't invest in your stuff, they're going to try to do everything to destroy it. Trust me, I see it a lot. Like, hey, if I can't manifest off of this, I promise you, I'm going to make your life a living hell to make sure you don't experience that one bit, But that's when that time you're turning that fuel, like, you know what, I'm gonna show you. Let me show you how a real person do this, how a real person ante up on themselves by using the things that you do to me to help me still stay continuous on what my vibe needs to be and how it's going to create better. I have a lot of enemies out of there, certain ones that, I don't know about, and some I do, and it's just like, it is what it is. God gonna protect me any kind of way. Anything you place on my life is gonna speed up my process to get my blessings a lot quicker. And I try to tell people that, there's people out there that hate the fact is, no matter what you go through, no matter how much punishment they place on your life, because they envy something that you keep doing. They feel like that should be me type vibrations. So they put stuff on you, either because the fact is you have something that they don't, or they hate themselves. That's a lot of the reasons why. Or there's things that they admire about you that they really wish they have. And it's just like, regardless on me talking about how weak a person is because they fuel themselves to empower. Because I tell people real quick, that's like you got a battery that you obviously know, in your remote, that it needs to be changed, but you keep, you move it out, rub it close together, put it back in there, and it'll be working for a minute, and it'll be just like that for another time until it shows up again where you obviously know you need to get a new battery. And that's where a lot of low self-esteem people come from, is that they fuel themselves off of hurting other people. And it can be very hurtful to that people, to people. And it's just like, I would get angry at times where it's like, you already see what I'm going through and you're trying to add worse. And I said, just because that's where that trigger of intimidation comes from. That's where that fear comes from. Because when people are not intimidated by you, or they fear what you can create out of yourself because they see that in you, they wouldn't be trying so hard to piss you off. They wouldn't be trying so hard to, block blessings from you when they know you deserve that. Because I'm a type of person, if I feel like, I really did you wrong, but I need to see you I want to see you do better. It was my choice. I messed that up, but I'm not going to stand in the way of that. That's just me. I'm not going to sit up here and stand in the way for somebody because I feel like if that blessing's going to come, blessing's going to come. But anybody who tries to put you in a certain angle where they're trying to block your blessings, trust, they don't have no power over you. And a lot of times we can feel that way, especially if you've been in a very toxic situation and very abusive. When people try to manipulate timelines, they're trying to empower you. Baby, they don't have any power over themselves, because if they did, they wouldn't be trying to manipulate things in your lane. Nobody has power over you. They don't have that, because they don't have empowerment over their own lives, because they're trying to manipulate things to go in their favor. But only it's going to be helping God to invest more in you, to use that towards you. So it's just like anything that you're going through where you can clearly see, not kindly, well, kindly, and clearly see different things that's going on in your life, where you see people are trying to, paint you up as this villain in any kind of way. People will come talk to you just so they can later on and talk about you. So you got to be very careful about that. They're telling you, be very cautious about what you talk about and who you talk about it to, because not everybody is who they say they are to you. There's a lot of times that people overhear, listen to the things that they, you can do just so they can manipulate things for you. If you have something in the works of taking place in your life, never talk about it prematurely, because there's always some kind of evil vibe that's around you to make sure that mess will never happen and never take place for you. So you make sure you real G's move in silence. I had to learn the hard way now, because if I know if it's detrimental, I'm just not going to talk about it with you. I ain't going to talk about it with nobody, And those are the things that you're going through, where it's giving you that power to be able to learn from past mistakes, and it's just like, dang, I should be happy from the accomplishments I made. Yeah, you should be. But there's people out in that world that just feel like they're the only star that need to be in the sky. And that, the sky would be very boring if they only have one person that can be happy. And you have to understand that that's with very selfish people and very low self-esteem people. So you have to be able to allow yourself to, matter of fact, when it comes into making, or it's already set in stone where it cannot be manipulated, it cannot be, kind of, messed up in any kind of way, then you should be able to do it if that's what you choose to do. And I mean, you even notice it like some of the times when the musicians and stuff do something, or they got a new project they're coming out with, you don't know just until they, get ready to put it out. Like, Beyonce, I love the stuff that she do. And then she got different clothing lines and stuff like that. And you usually don't know about her stuff until the night is actually coming out. And, if you got a beehive, they're already right there up on it. The same things for the barbs for Nicki, all those different things. They don't let you know till it's like right there to where they already know you cannot touch their blessings at all. So you have to learn from those different things. And it's like the experiences we've gone through is that, you see where desperate times come for desperate measures. There's some people that'll be right next to you and be like, damn, universe is really using those situations, especially if it's karmic cycles. Lord, good God, let me place some blessings on you, because I know how that is. I'm like, man, look, I said, we are causing too much friction. I'm not trying to catch a case with that daggone stuff that you got going on. Let me separate. Oh, God gonna use that to heal you in ways that you already know. Whatever this is you facing right now, you'll never be disturbed and shook by it again when he sees that situation is over with you. And then you'll see the true healing, the true insight that you needed in so many ways. No matter how toxic it is, it'll be a blessing in so many levels. Because it's like when I look at my stuff, it can be annoying AF. But then I look at it when I allow myself to get my feelings out of it. I said, this was the blessing I needed, because it helped me love myself, know what I'm not going to keep on dealing with, what I'm not going to condone, and what I'm going to entertain. Those are the things that I needed to have in my life to show me. I'm like, what did I see? I just don't understand, and I've been that way, and I still do. And it's just like, now I can sit up here and see, this is what I needed in my life, where what you deserve into your life. God will put you in the worst predicaments to be able to say, this is just not for me. God bless anybody who chooses to pick with that or whatever. You could be having the worst mood. They always tell you, maybe, nah, I ain't gonna do that, because that's being petty. I can be petty. Tom Petty, Nikki Petty, Kevin Petty, and Petty LaBelle. But I'm trying not to be that way today. I'm like, Lord God, delivered. So I'm gonna leave that one alone. That's how I think about it in my mind, have a little chuckle and keep it moving. But a lot of those different things are wrapped in blessings for you. And a lot of times it's hard for us to be able to see those painful moments become your powerful moments. The fears that you fear that, oh, this person can do this, oh, this person can do that. They always tell you never talk prematurely about things. Keep things to yourself. Even though you should be proud about the new moves you're making and the things that's coming out in your favor, everything's going to work out in your favor regardless. You have to remind yourself that every time you facing some dilemmas into your life, because a lot of times, God will put those situations in your life to see how much you're going to believe in him. And I know there's a lot of time my faith in God really has been tested on a lot of things that I've gone through. And regardless, that man up there, my Holy Father, been telling me, regardless on what you're seeing around you, don't ever think I'm forsaking you in ways. This is going to create better for you in your life, even though you may not see it as that right now, but it's creating better in your life. This is going to make you a beast. This is going to make you unstoppable. You see how folks will come at you crazy and you'll see like, damn, that was weird, and then it'll be just like, oh, they just show their whole hand by being like they are. When somebody come at you negative, they'll come up to you about little pettiest things. And that shows you when they don't like what's going good about you, they're going to show fault in something that's just really disturbing them. I'm telling you, I'll be certain things that I say, you know what? I'm not going to say nothing because this is let it do what it do. If it don't apply, let it fly. This ain't, I'm just allowing myself to keep moving. I mean, I've seen people make videos about me and I'm like, oh, you're cute. God bless you. Bless your heart. And I just be laughing. I'll say, go ahead. You're going to fall flat on your face when you see that truth that you don't want to admit to. It was not a lie. It was my truth. But different things like that allowed me to keep moving. When you have your point on your breaking point of stopping and pausing, it's okay. Because a lot of time, the devil get happy because he think you done gave up on life. He think you done gave up on God, where he said he has purpose for you, where he has plans for you, until that trigger didn't realize when you got up, you were just saying amen. You were giving God his gratitude, attitude of gratitude on even the littlest things. It's like, even though I was fed up today, you gave me that power to keep moving. Even when I was scared to do this, you gave me that courage to keep going. And that's when he said, oh, they're starting to appreciate that. You're starting to appreciate that. You're allowing yourself to get fueled up by that fear. A lot of times with the things that you're dealing with, you're getting tired of dealing with, use that as being straight determined on what you don't want to deal with no more. This is going to be that vocal point. And believe me, I got a few of them, and I'm like, no, I got to keep going. If not, you're going to have to keep dealing with this. You're going to have to keep looking at that. You're going to have to breathe the same air. You got to do that. Allow this to be your blessing in disguise to keep going, to want better, to achieve better, to make better. And when God is seeing that you being that beast of your own beast and you creating that grind for yourself to know, I don't deserve anything less than what I deserve. And then when God blesses me with that, I want to add on to that to let him know I'm not taking that for granted, because you are having so many blessings that's coming into your life that you're going to understand why the devil was busy in your life. You're going to understand why those enemies did not want you to have nothing. You're going to understand why days was hard for you and you wanted to give up and God wouldn't make you get up. He just ain't going to let you give up on those things. Like, no, you can take a break, but you're going to get your butt right back up again. And he's like, even though it didn't work this way, you're going to try it a different way today. And that's what you're doing. You're creating that sustenance that's going to keep you empowered. There are going to be days where somebody going to come at you sideways, talking on the side of their neck like that, and then all you can do is laugh. Like, if you knew my story, and I tell people that now, if you knew my story, you wouldn't even came at me like that. But I'm going to give you kudos for trying, though, and I'm going to bust out laughing and keep going. That's what warriors do. Because it's like when you have gone through the worst of the worst, ain't nothing is going to run up against you that's even going to make you, be like, it'll be, I'm just like, I'm that 8, like Rampage, King Kong, one of those things out there where it's like you throwing a punch is going to be like, hit me with a grape. You ain't going to be able to do that because I already been hit with the worst. What can you possibly do? That God ain't already put me through already as it is. You can't do that. And that's the reason why they got us facing the most heaviest stuff in the life, to where it makes you very uncomfortable. It makes you irate. It gives you irritation. It's a pain in your butt. Like you ain't even got no ointment for that, And those are the things that's making you go in beast mode. you know, because a lot of times, yeah, he knows what you're going through ain't something that's not for the weak at heart. And we have to keep reminding ourselves that the reason why he got us going through that, because he knows we're going to overcome it. And it's going to be in due time, and we're going to succeed off of that. And they say, have faith in yourself, have faith in me. I believe that, because a lot of times I say I do have faith, but I don't know how much I can continue to do that. That means you're faulting yourself on you don't think you got strength to overcome this. They're not powerful than you, you know, and they know that. That's the reason why they're trying so hard. They wouldn't be trying so hard if they already know you can succeed to be the very best. They know they can't indulge in that. They ain't gonna be able to be attached to that. They can't profit off of that. They can't benefit off of that. They're gonna watch you shine. You know, a lot of your enemies are gonna wish there will be many days it gonna be sick. It's gonna kill them that they didn't do you right. There's gonna be somebody out there saying, I knew her, I knew him, you know, and be talking mad stuff into you. That person is just in that spotlight on how you done made your life different, how you seen different pitfalls was your greatest come up, how you fueled your fear that came into fierceness. That nothing can't, you know, shake you like that unless it's God himself. You know, all these different things is creating you for something that we never thought we can encounter on being. You know, that's why they put us in different situations where we feel like there ain't no way but going down. You know, no, I have different purpose for that. So allow yourself to keep going beast mode. You know, you got to keep going. There's so much bigger and better around that comfort zone of fear. You know, doubt, uncertainty. I got to remind myself of that a lot. You know, God know I'm a stubborn soul. I'll be going off the next minute, be crying, drying my eyes. I'm sorry. You were right. I was wrong. No, go ahead. It's all right. But you're going to catch it though. But go ahead. I got you, you know, and keep on going. Because whatever you face in the day is going to be that come up that's going to take you in a place you ain't never do, you know, never expected for tomorrow. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content in this video, y'all. Like I said, I missed y'all. I will be having chat live and vibe at 6:30. It's almost like, I think it's like 3:06 here. I got my clock. Yeah, 3:06. So, you know, hopefully I'll be able to connect with you in 3 hours. So, let me go ahead and give a post notification shout out to Stacy Foley, Julia Barton, Life of Lifetimes. Much love to you, Lauren, Brandon Dodry. Much love to you, and Dr. Orient, and Tyra Lover 941. Much love to you as well. If you're new to my channel, I hope you are able to resonate. You know, I apologize on the quality, y'all. Like I said, my energy has just been really crazy, and it can really mess up the connection. So I apologize about the quality of the video, but hopefully you were able to receive the message on what needed to be heard. So like I said, I leave my contact information in the description box below. It's all about spiritual networking. I'm just giving you a deeper insight, a deeper understanding about your purpose to help you, you know, move guidely, you know, be able to have a deeper understanding of what is taking place, or just you want to share something with me and just want my insight about it. Whatever we speak on is confidential, so it stays there. If I can try to help you with throughout my experience, or plugging into source, creator, God, universe, and all those big, lovely, holy people, you know, I try my best to be able to help out, and it'll be, you know, between us. You know, whatever you're trying to manifest into your life, with so many good vibes on you, that's going to extend that prosperity of abundance that you never seen coming, and it's going to come so much quicker than you ever expected it. Even through social distancing, you know, I hope you can be able to give out somebody with love, vibes, you know, words of frequencies. You never know, all those things really take somebody a long way. If you're still on your holiday, or even if you're not, you know, I hope you're enjoying it, giving every thanks to honor God, whether if you experience, you know, you celebrate it or not. And, you know, if you're in a good place with your family right now, never take them for granted. You know, always make sure that you always tell them that you love and care for them, because you just never know when God may call them back. You'll see me on the next video. Much love. Peace. Bye.